Hi, everybody. Yes, welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey now. I am Audrey, and I am thrilled to be doing this with the amazing help of the astounding Mario Arbori, the creator of Four Paws. He does these amazing condos and things for cats. Amazing, amazing. Fourpaws.com, if I'm saying it right, and if not, I will get back to you. And he has been helping me with tech for my podcast, because when I say I benefit from help, take me at my word. So for a few days, almost a week, I couldn't get on the correct channel. And it's supposed to toggle back and forth between my YouTube channel, which is Moving Forward now, and my regular channel, which whatever YouTubes I want to watch. And I don't know what I was doing, but it wasn't working. Finally now, I think this is correct. So I'm going to do it and then release it today. Today is Monday. I believe it's the 17th of November. Yes, we are solid Scorpio at the moment. And in 2 days, it's my former spouse's birthday, the father of my daughter. And so today, what we're going to do, I do a lot of normally, when I was in the United States and can get to the library and books in English with larger writing, which I benefit from for my eyes, even though I had cataract surgery in the United States, I didn't at the time have the extra money to get the full level. I just had the insurance, because that was money I would have used to visit my daughter and my grandchildren, and I did prioritize that. So I had whatever kind of cataract surgery, and kudos to the doctors, but whatever they allowed for the insurance, which is not the full cataract surgery. I have not yet had that. And from what they say now, I never can, because I had the other one. So I am still nearsighted. And not fun. Not horrible, but not fun. So I can't always see even who's across the street or downstairs from where I live. Anyway, so I read a lot through podcasts, because I can't get the books that I use to read. My Spanish is not at a level where I can comfortably read Spanish. I am comfortable reading English and in larger letters. And so I get a lot from podcasts, and as many of us know now, that could be AI. You don't know who it is you might be watching or listening to. This is me, this is Audrey, with my hair still drying. This is how it looks when it's not fully dry, but not soaking wet. See, it crunches up because of stuff I use. And I'm going to fluff it out and then pat it down. Anyway, so what I want to do today, not what I want, what I'm going to do, today's topic, and I have not prepared it per se, but today's topic is, who really are the people in the Bible, especially in the Old Testament and the beginning of the New Testament. They are usually shown as white people. Look, I'm a white person. At least that's what I have identified as. I don't need to, by the way. I could identify as Tika. I could identify in a lot of different ways. But insofar as I might know, I'm considered to be white. Do I need to be? No. Am I attached to it? Not particularly. No. Most of my friends are black, brown, beige, and some white, and others floating in there. For many, 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 many years. My daughter's biracial. My former spouse was dark brown. And I hang out with people of multicolors. And I choose that because I like that. And so we know that whatever might be the dominant culture in any area will tend to take over as though they are correct. They may not be. So from what I have seen, and I am not a biblical scholar, so let me say that right up front, nor a religious scholar. Spiritual, yes. But I have studied. In the days before all this, I read a lot of books. I dove into this stuff. And I still would if I could get it. And so a lot of the Bible is shown with white people. It's in what's called, quote, the Middle East. What the heck is that? That's not Europe. Do I think most Jewish people started white? I don't. If they were in the Israel, Levant area, white is not what they would have been. If they started in Europe, depending on who you read and what you see, and I look and see a lot, there was a convergence of different kind of racial groups. Well, according to, I don't know the name of whoever brought this forth, so it could be all fiction, which a lot of life is, by the way. But a lot of the people in the Bible were of a brownish complexion. They may not have looked like what we call black, brown people. They may not have been African derivation, and they may have been. Yes, literally African. They could have been like Kush was, sorry about my nose, that, and I've been to Africa. Let me tell you, even the different tribes in a particular country have a different facial put together, different nose shapes, different body shapes, different color of complexion, different way of moving. I was at a point where I knew how to distinguish them. That was a few years ago. I haven't been to Africa in a while, and so I'm not in that level at the moment. And I know even in Africa, people can be a lighter brown and they can be very, very, very dark. I have seen people who are a bluish black. They are incredible. So do I think the Bible is populated by white people? No, I do not. That is a fallacy. So that those people who identify with that, in my opinion, this is an opinion, can think they're number one or no, or that they are better. No. Any group, any persona who thinks they have to be better than anyone else is right away feeling insecure. And not only not better, usually less than in their opinion. I am sorry about this itchy nose. I think it's the energy that comes out of this computer. I am super sensitive and it's like at me, and it's having an effect on me. It almost always does. So we're going to discuss. So who are the people in the Bible? What background? What coloration? How would you feel if there was such an Adam and Eve and they were tan or brown but not white? And then others from wherever had white, and others had blonde, and others had red hair, and others had brown hair, and others had black hair, and others had even purple hair, naturally, not out of a bottle. Would you know how to recognize them? Can you only recognize Yeshua, Jesus, as a white person? He was not. If anything, he might have been mixed race, tan, looked like a Tico. I live right now in Costa Rica, and there are many shades. Look like biracial. I birthed one. And then a lot of people call themselves biracial because they think one parent is black, which really, a lot of times that parent is mixed. We have such confusion, in my opinion, on race and gender. It's almost funny, except people make life decisions. This is better, this is smarter, this is easier, this is not so good, this sucks. None of it is truth. Most of it is conditioned response. So yes, I am saying this now. Now let's get back to the beginning of the beginning of this podcast. And someday I'll make this all gorgeous. I have the art to do it. I do not have the technical expertise. And as I've said, if somebody chooses to bring that to moving forward with Audrey Now, do let me know. Email me at audreynow, AUDRYENOW @gmail.com, and write podcast in capital letters so I could see it in the subject line. I will look at it and get back to you. This is serious inquiries only. This is not a joke. And so let us begin. This is a healing podcast. We do not discuss politics here because the guides don't want me to. Do I have thoughts and ideas? Of course I do. Do I discuss it elsewhere? Yes, I do. Am I choosing to be loving? Yes. This is the time for us to shift our energy higher as the earth, according to, oh my God, Edgar Casey and Dolores Cannon, separately. We're coming to where the earth, you decide which timeline you're going to be on. I choose the high, evolved, aware timeline. I do my best for years to live like this. If you choose that, do the breathing attunements, do the affirmations, clear out your food content. I'm mostly raw vegan, but I can eat a lot of chocolate because I make it from cacao. Oh God, I love it. I may eat a little bit too many sweets sometimes. I know that it's all organic, but still and all. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to what you're really feeling, what you're really thinking. Acknowledge it. Be real with it. And begin to up-level any of it. Still, to yesterday, I can't say till this day, it hasn't happened, nor do I want it to. If and when I can get very upset, which doesn't happen often, though it can, the language that can come out of my mouth is from the street, so I apologize. I'd like to never do that. I sometimes still do. So our affirmation for today is, I allow myself to know the Bible was populated with people of all colors. And they succeeded. I allow myself to know the Bible is populated and was populated with people of all complexions, including black, brown, and beige. And they were also geniuses and did well together. So again, affirmation, the Bible was and is populated with people of all complexions, including black, brown, beige. And they were brilliant, and everyone got along well together, and that is still who we are. And why do I add that? Because I did 2 podcasts on Enki and very, like, surface stuff. If any of that is within us through genetic karmic patterning, through epigenetics, through whatever you want to call it, that is what we all need to heal to some degree or another, or we can keep going back and forth to getting higher, or going lower, getting higher, going low. No. Choose to be done with that. I have chosen done with that, so I'm releasing that as a pattern. You can choose to release that as a pattern and choose the higher energy line, the higher earth manifestation line. And how do you make that happen? You live it. You pay attention to your words, to what you think, what you feel. When I'm feeling anger and rage, and yes, I am capable of it, okay? I don't pretend it's different. I do my best to shift it and add understanding and love. I put the protective prayer over it. You can find that on my website, audreynow.com, AUDRYENOW.com, the protective prayer. Print it out for yourself. so that even when you're angry and have to say words and blah, 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 you could say them knowing that there's protection putting above it so that nothing of that manifests in the world. It is simply me being responsible to myself and the planet and getting the words out of me covered in light and sent to the realm of healing and light. You also do that, or some other technique, so you can be fully expressed as that stuff cleanses, and then you look at yourself and go, why am I so angry? What did that really mean? Where did that come from? Do I need to keep this? The answer is no, you don't need to keep this. Let it go. Okay? You start fresh. Does that mean people who have done horrible things won't be held accountable? Honey, when they go into the quote afterlife, they will have to deal with it. Okay? That's a whole other conversation. So, we did the affirmation of breathing attunement. I've got my hand on my heart. I'm not going to jump up over the printing on this computer because I don't want to start this over again. And I know it's a little out of order. So is life sometimes. So please allow. And actually like us, love us, subscribe, share. You're going to get reality truths here from a healer, psychic, medium, artist, multi-dimensional being in her 80s who has the energy of somebody in her 20s. Okay? And so we're going to inhale, hold, and exhale, all to a count of 4. Keeping it simple, simple, simple. Okay. You can put your hand on your heart so that your energy and focus goes there. And listen and follow along. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Release. Let go. Pause. Breathe. How do you feel? What are your emotions? What is the energy in and around you? Are you calmer? Are you more at ease? Do you feel more peace? Keep practicing every day and then add shining, healing light. I usually use white light, sometimes golden, and I'm a fan of fuchsia light and the others. Add those. Cleanse yourself. Be willing to release. Cleanse your diet. I do eat bread. The bread that I usually eat is a whole wheat, what do you call it? Bread de la mama, sourdough, made by this wonderful baker at the feria in Puerto Viejo. Now and then, yes, now and then I get a croissant. I do love them. They're white flour, I know. Now and then integral, mixture. I do eat yogurt, usually Greek, especially if I've had too much pipa, which I adore. That is coconut water in the shell. Yum. Yum. So, what if the progenitors, if that's the right word, in the Bible had brown skin? What if Yeshua, Jesus, had brown skin. Either a black person, a mixed race person, a swarthy person from Arabia, any of that. Looking Latin. What if? Not white, not blue-eyed, not any of that. Would you still love him if you love him as you do now? Look at that. Would you be turned off? Would you go no? Would you go yes, finally, about time, hallelujah? Does that mean that that particular complexion is better than any other complexion? Does it mean it's worse? Really look at this stuff, folks. Look in terms of how you think and feel, not how I think and feel. Okay? This is my complexion, and I consciously, purposefully, I also loved him, made a daughter with a polygamous man. That was not fun for me, by the way. With brown skin. My daughter's biracial. I called her my golden girl. And I think she is the most gorgeous creature, woman, not creature, ever. And I know every mother thinks that. I think the same about my grandchildren. Yours are the best for you. Mine are the best for me. Hers are the best for her. His are the best for him. Theirs are the best for them. That is acknowledged. Really look at what's coming up in you as I say this. Are you anti-Semitic? Why? Did you meet someone you didn't like? That's them. Do most people really know their religions? No, they do not. Are they depicted properly in the Bible? Not likely. Maybe the Bible called the original Torah, because the Torah, when it's copied, is supposed to be copied identically. And if even one mistake is made from the research that I've seen, they have to scrap the whole thing and start over. Nobody wants to do that. So, I do have frequency stones to show you. Beauty. I have, how many books do I have? I have 4 books, maybe 3 books. The Mother's Manual, a spiritual and practical guide to child rearing and motherhood. It's online. TMM, the Mother's Manual. 2, What if you are, it's not here, I have it here, and life is miraculous. That's the ABC Affirmation Art Coloring book. That's online. I still have a few copies on 100% post-consumer recycled paper. Yes, I am that woman. The other, what if? No, not what if. Vim, Vigor, Vitality, Vegan. My lifestyle, for the most part. Blessing Magic, Condom Water Specialties. And then Raising Race Consciousness, Healing Racism, Sexism, and Other Isms. Those are the 4 books. They will up-level your frequency and help you grow. And you can get free samplers on the website, AudreyNow, AudreyNow.com. This is me doing my best to up-level consciousness and frequency and help this world evolve. This is another art and beauty. Help transform who you are. It helps up-level your frequency. This is a rocket. It's heavy. That's It's a crystal. I have pretty much stopped painting them. I'm now doing paintings. So, how are you up-leveling? How are you evolving? What timeline are you choosing? Are you letting fear conquer you? Remember, you are made of source stuff. You're made of the stuff of leaders. You're also made of the stuff of people who do gross, disgusting things. Because it's all one kind of connection. Do you have to listen to that? No. That's the stuff you acknowledge and release. You put it under the protective prayer. Say what you need to and let it go. Send it up to the realm of source and spirit to be cleansed, and then return to you so you can use the cleansed energy. And pay attention to the way you think. Pay attention to what you watch. Pay attention to what you read. You can have fun. You can play around. I mean, please. We're meant to have fun on the earth. Meant to be fabulous and growth-oriented. Listen to geniuses. Listen to Greg Braden. Listen to Robert Edward Grant. He's something called a polymath. Very amazing with math. Listen to Billy Carson. Listen to, what's his name? Oh, the guy that goes on all the trips. Okay, it'll come again. It'll come again. White guy. Listen to Meredith. Somebody Meredith. She's on Gaia. Pay attention. Pay attention. Listen to, okay, I'll give you more. I'm not going to do politics because they asked me not to. But really, love yourself. If you don't know how to love yourself, at the least, go to my course, Morph into the Magic of Self-Love, capital S, little S-E-L-F, and listen to the intro, the download. I give away something on it, whether it's a breathing attunement, something. Watch it. Listen. You are deserving of love. You're deserving of your own love. You might be also deserving of clean up your act. That's for sure. We all are. That doesn't mean you end before you start. No, that means you start. Even if it's little. Everything helps. Could also hurt. So you make a decision, like I make a decision of who to be. Years ago, when I discovered that I could literally send energy, we all can, by the way, and that once when I was annoyed, I sent something completely inappropriate. I apologized afterward, and I made a vow I would never do that again. That I would use my talents and my abilities, and they are considerable, by the way, to help, to heal, to up-level. And that's what I do. Every once in a while, might I get egocentric, a little tempted to do the other? Yeah, I can. And then I have to pull back. Because it's my spirit that is more important than my ego. The same for you. And the more of us that have that and join and acknowledge each other, I don't have to like your color combinations of clothing. I don't have to like what you eat. I am mostly raw vegan. Chances are I won't like what most people eat. White flour, no. But that's all right. We can still love one another and evolve with that in whichever way is best for any of us. So people, bless you. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love the universe. Love this earth. Love, 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 love. And thank you. Please, if you are growing through this, hit like, hit love, hit subscribe, hit share and share everywhere. Oh my goodness, this itchy nose. Thank you so much. Bye.